Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
A Lot of Nothing
with Jules.
and Whiren.
And today we also have
A disembodied voice from the background, the brand new producer. How's it?
I didn't know that Jesus sounded like that.
Weird.
No, that is our producer, Andy.
How's it? What's up? I'm just
hey.
here for my 5 cents, maybe
Yeah.
my 10 cents. I don't think they make
Yeah,
5
we-
cents
we-
anymore.
Yeah, they don't make 5 cents anymore. But we'll take any donation.
Yo, even at 5 cents.
Yeah, we'll take it. That's more than what we're making right now, guys. So, Andy, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to tackle the topic of do opposites attract?
Yeah.
Sorry,
To what
I think this is
extent?
going to be so cool.
And we're just going to kind of just dive into this topic head first. So guys, my question to you,
Yeah.
because I think you guys are quite opposites, but I also think you guys are quite complementary. And on that, my parents are completely different people,
3.
but they've been together for almost 30 years, coming on 30 years.
Yeah.
They have
Well
4
done.
beautiful children. Well, 3 beautiful children. I got low
Look at us.
self-esteem.
She's advertising our family.
Yeah.
Advertise your family.
And I don't think they're an uncommon case, and I don't think you guys are an uncommon case. So tell me a little bit about how you guys are different. Tell me about how you guys are not different, but opposites.
I think I'm going to talk about how I perceive Whiren.
That's good.
So, like Whiren, you are she's a flaming thespian. But also, I see Whiren as an extrovert and a very out there person, a very like a friendly person, like would speak to anyone.
I like people.
Yeah, Whiren definitely likes people. And then, yeah, well, I mean, how do you see me?
How I perceive you.
How I perceive you?
Well, for you, you always say that you're an introvert, but I always feel you're like an introverted extrovert.
Okay.
Like you enjoy you love your alone time.
I love
You
it.
enjoy it.
So
You can
much.
definitely sit in a den
Ooh.
with a lion and just be on your own for 24/7 hours.
Yeah. I mean, 7 is the days, but yeah.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Don't get
I
lost
did
in the
math
math.
lit.
Method.
I did math lit. For me, it's a thing of you talk so much. So much. You enjoy talking.
I do love talking.
So
That's why I have a podcast, guys.
that's legitimately the reason.
Yeah.
And then it's
I love it so much. I wanted other people to hear my voice.
that's bad.
Yeah, no.
That's toxic.
But only in my own space.
Alone.
Yeah, alone.
Yeah, so you're like very alone, aloof, lone wolf.
Yeah.
For example, like at New Year's Eve, we
Yeah.
had all these people and you just walked in like it's your party. You spoke to everyone. You forgot about me. Like I was sitting all alone there.
I was trying to get someone
Aw.
else. I was just trying to get us on. Did you see that people that we went to? They're rich people.
And they're
I
beautiful
wanted
people.
to get like a sugar mama or something
Sugar mama.
that's younger than me.
No, it's like
I was
you had
working,
your
babe.
moments, you were busy with everyone, you were talking to people. But then I also know that like you enjoy just taking a moment, taking a step away,
Yeah.
sitting with like just 2 people and then talking.
Yeah. I also know like Whiren doesn't really like being, or you don't like being alone.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So that was also something that I had to also get used to because I like being alone. Like I said, there's many different ways that we are opposite. But I think and that attracted us to each other. But with that came compromise. And I realized that I also like being alone with you. So I can be at home and Whiren can just be sitting there watching TV next to me. And like, for me, I'm alone, but like I'm alone with Whiren. And like, I felt like that was a nice compromise that you did for me.
I also never knew I'd like that.
It's quite nice.
Like it's become we've been doing it more and more often.
Yeah. Because we're
That-
poor. We
that's-
can't go out. So we have to sit alone in a
Don't
room.
Don't share the dirty laundry.
I'm sorry.
Nah, like it's nice. Like it's nice to just have
Please
a
pay us on
second.
our Patreon. No, I'm joking. We have
don't
no
have a
Patreon.
We should do that.
Yeah,
Like
for
we
29
definitely
subscribers.
need to. We like learn to be in each other's spaces,
Yeah.
or learn what the other person needs.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to let him be alone. Like it's been very difficult because I'm someone that I enjoy. If
Being
I can
with
call
some-
it 24/7 stimulation. Can I call it that?
Mm.
And then needing to have what's happening?
24/7.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Go for it.
So, Jules,
Yeah.
is that something you've had to adapt to, dare I say, compromise on? I'm not calling you needy by any means, but the 24/7-ness of it all.
Sounds a bit needy. No,
Because I, as an also like introverted extrovert myself, as much as I love being around people and sometimes even depend on being around people for my own energy and to get my own mood up, I at the same time depend on having my own space and having to be alone, like doors closed, no one else at home. So
You know what? I do think with my being alone or being on my own, I don't like calling it alone. I like saying being on my own. I've noticed that more and more, I prefer being on my own with Whiren. And I think it just became something more like I like being on my own, but it was a natural thing. And I think that I don't know, maybe it's something that she's just like intoxicated me with something that
Poisoned you with
maybe you're just in
magic.
love with her.
I
Hot
am.
take.
That sounds
No.
like abuse.
GBV is real.
No.
I told her it's Stockholm the other day.
all right.
Yeah, so like I definitely had to compromise. I definitely had to like think of ways of which I can also be able to handle this mentally. Cause like I think at first it was difficult. But I also think that we didn't compromise as well. I think it's less 24/7 and more like 18/7 now. So
Wow.
there's like
That's a good
I'm so
ratio.
helping.
For math lit myself, I think the math checks out.
The math checks out.
oh, you don't understand how much that 6 hours means to me. But no, like
I thought you liked my presence.
Yeah, no, but I need to sleep.
That full 8 hours is a joke. It's a recommendation. It's not
No, 6 hours is where it's at.
Suggestions.
That's like
It's
the
just a
sweet spot.
suggestion.
I definitely had to compromise on that, but I think at the same time we didn't compromise as well, and so I think that made it easier. You know,
Do you guys think with these compromises and almost like boundaries that need to be set in place, do you think it's only romantic? And with these like opposite attracts, do you think it's only romantic, or do you think in platonic friendships, what you guys are talking about also applies there?
I would say it's not just romantic. It's definitely in your platonic friendships as well.
Because if I could just share,
go for it.
I would not describe myself as a religious person at all.
Yeah.
My
Facts.
best friend is ultra mega super Catholic, and I love her for that. I mean, you
And here's
you
a picture
do
of
you,
her right here.
girl. But then. But with us, especially when we lived together, it was it would be unrealistic of her to expect me to go to mass or
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called, church,
yeah.
just church,
Just
Reggie church,
regular old church. But I
the
mean, like,
cathedral
I
with
feel
her,
like
but
every-
also then I wouldn't think of even taking the Lord's name in vain in front of her.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, her and I, we get along so well. Like, she's my best friend, and living together with her was one of the best living situations I've had while studying in my entire life. So
it definitely bleeds over into friendships. But I think this comes into like all kinds of relationships, whether it's a work relationship or a
Intimate relationship.
or just a regular
Friendship.
old friendship, I don't, you know what, when it comes to friendships, I think compromising is a little bit easier because there's yes, you can obviously have a broken heart from a friendship breaking, but I don't think that heartbreak is, or in most cases, I don't think that heartbreak is as deep as a relationship breaking up. And so I feel like doing something for your friend, I feel like is, because I think there's less on the line, I think it's easier to just do something or compromise for
that's true.
for the other person.
I get you, but for me, it's a thing of, I always believe that your friends, you should. I hope people understand what I'm saying. Your friends you should put in the same amount of effort in all relationships, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, it's for me the thing of, if my friend calls me to be somewhere, and they need me at that point, I want to be there for them.
Yeah.
This is now weird in doing this. I don't know. I can't speak for every single
Because
person.
she doesn't want to be on her own, so she'll just drive anywhere. Her friends tell her.
She's
Point.
a selfish lover.
Yeah, so like, you want to be there for your people. I don't want a friend that's not gonna be able to do something for me if I need them at that point. Yes, it is a thing. I do agree that you will. It's you don't have that much what's the word?
There's not as much on the
Pressure
line.
for it. But it's a thing of, it's when it's your bestie, like for me, my bestie, for example, Lauren, like, there's things that we speak about that we speak about and that we do, that is just, I will be there if she needs me at that point.
Yeah.
You can't not be there for that person or do that thing for that person if they really need you to.
Yeah.
Like, it's also a thing of, Andy, using your person's thing.
Yes, Andy.
My super ultra mega Catholic person.
Yes. If your person, I know this is not the best example, but if they ask you, can you please join them? They're struggling and they want you to be there for a funeral situation.
Oh, no, for sure.
Like, that's just...
I mean, I dread the day just because I wouldn't know how to act.
Oh, yeah.
But if she were to ask me, like, hey, can you please come to church with me? I'll be like, hey, for show.
Shawty.
I just don't really want to, like, do the singing thing because people, like, raise their hands. And I don't have beef with people who do the thing. I would just feel a little uncomfortable because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
that's
I'm
not
just like,
something
hell
that
yeah.
you do.
Well, not like hell yeah, but like...
But that's what... but
Heaven,
these are
yeah.
all... But these are all the compromises that you would make, essentially, as even though
despite them being opposite, despite the
difficulties
out of
of
your comfort zone
exactly
of it all.
So that's for me where I'm like, I get that friends are, for me, I'd never put them
lower or
higher.
Yeah.
Like, your friend needs you look, you also have crappy friends.
Your homie is
Like-
your homie despite them being Catholic or a less of an interest.
I think-
Exactly.
Andy's
You know.
friend, if you're out there, I think Andy really has a problem with you being so Catholic. She
No,
be mentioning
Kerry,
it
if you're
the
out
whole
there,
time.
I love that you're Catholic. I just don't want to sing with I just don't know what do you call the hymns? The thems?
The imps.
The times. I think that I don't know if you noticed, but I think that you, like, I keep on saying I think and I don't think. I don't think that your friends are like that opposite compared to what your partner would be.
That's weird.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I get you.
Why do you say that's weird?
I said no, because like I would assume that you would,
Like date
Your
your
mind
friend.
yeah, you would automatically be connected to someone that's just like you, or not just like you. I'm not that vain, but like someone that's similar in your space.
There are degrees to it. I mean, bringing it back to Bestie Carrie, Bestie Catholic
Oh,
Carrie.
Catho.
Oh, Catho Carrie.
Catho Carrie.
I for instance, I think
I'm sorry, Carrie.
not to throw you under the entire bus here. But for instance, I think I would have trouble being non-religious myself. I think I would have trouble dating someone who is religious, just because I think that would just cause issues. Like that, for instance, that for me is like that's a degree too opposite.
Yeah, I think that's also, well, I think those are like, there is like obviously differences that you will have
Totally.
between your friends and someone you date. I mean, but I do think that, like, say you go to college, I think you almost attracted to the people that have the same conversations as you, because it's just easier to talk to them initially, and sometimes that just
Well, there's
bloom.
also like forced friendships. Like
They are already
Yeah, no, you're definitely in a
condensed
confined space, and look, I'm
You
not.
already have a common interest.
Look, I don't know. I don't know people that go to clubs and come out with friends. That is amazing. I don't know that kind
Do
of.
you wanna go clubbing and we can make you friends?
She just wants to go to clubbing.
Yes, I do.
So, we can go clubbing.
Yay!
Yeah, but like, yes, obviously college is a confined space, but even when I was in college, I still didn't go to the surfer guy initially because I knew nothing about surfing. Through my friends, or the friends that I made, like maybe that guy has some interest in surfing, and he speaks to the surfer dude, and then that surfer dude comes into our group because they knew each other, and then I start speaking to the surfer dude, and he might be a completely different person, or not completely, but there's obviously overlap. But then that's how I get to know him. But initially, it's just easier to go to someone that is or thinks more like you. Do you understand, Andy?
So I think, so as much as opposites attract, I think the easier thing to say is like, what's the similarities do attract, but I think that's a bit of like a cop out. I think that's like obvious. It's almost more exciting if opposites attract.
No, I agree, Andy. We don't have to cop out and do it, but
Yeah,
like
as much as similarities attract, I think that's easy. It's easy to get along with people once there is a common interest. But once there is a challenge, I think that is what excites people. Oh, you're of a different religion? You can either reject that completely, or you can be excited by that. Like we have a common friend, Dante, who is also quite religious, and she
was on the episode recently.
Yeah,
go watch that episode.
and some of the most like mind-bending, most exciting conversations I've had with her have been about religion.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting when people of different backgrounds and different beliefs can have those open conversations. It's so thought-provoking.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, I don't want to get too deep about it, you know, but like the human condition is we want those things. We want to be thought provoked. And that's, I think, where the opposites attract things come from. We're attracted to things that we don't yet know. We want to be challenged to a certain point.
But I also think it's also just human. Yeah, it is just human nature as well. Like I said, because I think that Whiren's an extrovert, and but I do think that she's calm, and in my head it's quite chaotic, and I just naturally seek that calmness.
But on the other hand, when we met each other, we also didn't like each other.
Yeah.
So it's quite
That's really funny.
Yeah.
we did not. We both thought the other person was a horrible person.
Yeah. Piece of work.
Yeah. So, like, I think
Work is putting it nicely.
I think you need to put the work in to the relationships
Yeah.
to be able to see
But I mean, if you look at that, we didn't like each other initially.
exactly, and then we
but-
hung out.
Yeah,
and we
we
got to meet each other.
yeah.
Still didn't like him.
What I'm saying is that we didn't like each other, but there was another person that was there that immediately clicked with. So, like I said, like that friendship there was just easier to start. And funny enough, we are also opposites, but I guess there was enough similarities to get us over that line of just being being able to speak to each other. But yeah,
I think that's the balance. You gotta the bad. Well, the not the bad. The opposites needs to outweigh the similarities.
yeah.
And that's
That's it.
That good old fun thing called compromise.
Yay!
You gotta the things you enjoy compromising for, the people you want to compromise for.
That you want to compromise for, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like if you really like that person, even though you're opposite, just put in that work and compromise.
Yeah, like just take 10 seconds, ask him 3 questions.
Compromise till your pupil rise.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
I want to see that on a t-shirt.
Don't
So
worry.
please comment, let us know what you think. Do you think that opposites attract?
What do you think opposite attraction is?
Like and subscribe, and then maybe one day you guys will
and
see
like
what
ring
I
the
look like.
notification bell, and then follow us on our socials. And Andy, should we put yours on your socials?
No, that's totally fine. No, I kind of like just being disembodied from
Okay.
the background.
Okay. But we'll definitely have a producer cam next time. Thank you so much, guys.
Lots of love.
XOXO.